Welcome back into my channel, everyone, for the final stream tonight on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube, the last stream of the round of 64 games before I get back to more live streams in the second round for tomorrow. But tonight we have a 9 versus 8 seed battle in store in the late game with the number 9 seeded Central Florida Knights taking on the number 8 seeded the Virginia Commonwealth Rams. So we're about 5 minutes away from tip-off and action here between UCF and VCU in this one. But if you haven't done so already, make sure to hit that like button down below. Hit the subscribe button as well, as I do play-by-play the college basketball action. So stay in the know throughout the rest of the March Madness tournament with me on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. The winner of UCF versus VCU tonight will take on the number 1 seed, the Duke Blue Devils, on Sunday in the round of 32. And that game finished up about 25 minutes ago. It was a close game early on. Around the first 5 minutes of that game, North Dakota State was out in front against Duke, but Duke went up by 4 at halftime, and then they outscored NDSU 54-35 down the rest of the way in the second half. And what a performance clinic it was from the field by those two players. Top 3 in the NBA, most likely in June. R.J. Barrett, 26 points. Zion Williamson, 25 points. What a clinic they put on shooting the ball in the second half for Duke. What is up, Midwest Sports? Thank you so much for joining me back. We have around 8.5 minutes before we'll get to tip-off here between UCF and VCU. I do get that question actually a lot about channel moderators or so. I'm just gonna, yeah, I'm fine right now. But yeah, thank you so much for asking me about it. I'm fine right now though, doing all this by myself. But yeah, thank you so much for asking. I appreciate it. But I'm good with it by myself right now. But just the score update for you guys. Close game with 1:37 remaining going on True TV. It's between Liberty, the 12 seed, and the number 5 seed, Mississippi State. Liberty with a 1-point lead, 69-68 against Mississippi State. Caleb Holmesley for Liberty putting on quite a scoring performance. 30 points today for Liberty. In that game, they have the 1-point lead with 1:37 remaining. But here we are, UCF, VCU, starting in about 7.5 minutes from now. I'll update you guys in the score of Liberty versus Mississippi State as we go through. And as that game gets closer to the final minute, under a minute remaining when we do get there. We have 1:37 left to go in that game. Liberty with a 1-point lead, 69-68 over Mississippi State. Here we are, number 9 seeded, the UCF Knights, with a record of 23-8 overall. The last game they lost in the American Conference quarterfinals, they lost against Memphis 79-55, as the big man will be on the court for this one with Taco Fall, 12 points, 10 rebounds he had against Memphis. Curious to see what the tallest basketball player in college basketball will do in tonight's game. I'm actually not watching Mississippi State Liberty on this time because I don't have True TV on this television over here. But yeah, I was watching the scoreboard throughout that Duke North Dakota State game, and it kept on going back and forth, back and forth. Mississippi State had like a 10-point lead at one time. Mississippi State just took the lead, and Liberty just took it back with a 3-point shot, it looks like. So 72-70, Liberty up with 56 seconds remaining in that game. Insane game between both of those teams. We had a couple of blowouts wrapping up around the past hour. Number 3 seeded Houston beat number 14 seed Georgia State 84-55. See what else we got here when I was away. Number 12 seed Oregon beat Wisconsin as a 5. It wasn't even close, guys. 72-54, Oregon moving on to the round of 32. The Ducks playing lights out on a 9-game winning streak. Peyton Pritchard, he was part of that Final Four squad with Dylan Brooks back in 2017. Peyton Pritchard added another 19 points again today for the Oregon Ducks. Kenny Wooten with 4 blocks at the rim. One of them, he blocked the leading scorer, Ethan Happ of Wisconsin. Kenny Wooten was a big reason why the Oregon Ducks have been able to get back on their feet with this huge win streak right now. And Washington stunning the Pac-12. The Pac-12, people are saying, aren't that strong. They don't look like they're going to do that well in the tournament. Well, both of the Pac-12 teams today, Washington and Oregon, won. Arizona State wasn't at large. They did lose against Buffalo today, 91-74. That is a very talented Buffalo Bulls squad, though, moving on to the round of 32. But Washington as well, they beat Utah State today, 78-61. I had Utah State in my bracket as well over Washington, and that didn't happen. But yeah, right now, college basketball action. North Carolina playing a close one against Iona. 14.5 left to go. UNC up by 1, 10-9. That game just tipped off. I have UNC winning it all. And yeah, you do too, Midwest Sports. So curious to see. Hopefully UNC will be able to pull it out. Right now, Iona just took the lead 12-10 with 14-19 left to go in the first. Still a lot of game left to go. Just like Duke was down early against North Dakota State in that first game that just went through right now. But yeah, let's see all these other games we got over here for the remainder of the night. Ohio State's an 11 seed. They play number 6 seed Iowa State later today. So 11 versus 6. That's a late game. Tipping off around the same time as our game that I'll be streaming. Central Florida, VCU, and number 13 St. Louis playing against number 4 seed Virginia Tech. That's a very late game, tipping off around 10 o'clock tonight. So 20 minutes later than the start of VCU against UCF. Liberty with a 3-point lead with three-point lead by Liberty. 22 seconds remaining in that game. Liberty up 74-71 against Mississippi State at the moment, as we are around 3 minutes away from VCU UCF. Taco Fall is the tallest player in all college basketball. Looking forward to what goes on tonight with Taco Fall. He had 6 double-doubles on the season. He had 23 points and 20 rebounds. That is crazy against SMU earlier this year. Taco Fall he's going to be an incredible size advantage when it comes to rebounding and at the rim today for Central Florida. And he does it so many ways. He's first in all of college basketball in shooting percentage on the year. Taco Fall shooting the ball 3 out of 4 shots he makes, basically, as he's shooting the ball at 75% from the field. That ranks number 1 in all of college basketball. We look to VCU, where they're leading players right now. The leading scorer only averages just below 14 points per game. That is Marcus Evans, as he has 27 games with double-digit points this season. He ranks 3rd in the A-10 conference in steals per game, just below two steals per game. VCU had an early exit from that A-10 tournament as they lost to Rhode Island 75-70. But Marcus Evans did go down late in that game with an injury or so he'll be back today playing for VCU. Marcus Santos Silva, he had the leading score, career high 26 points in that game for VCU against URI. So Liberty in the conference, they're in the same conference as Lipscomb. Let's see, I'm gonna search that one. Is it the Atlantic? Yep, it is the Atlantic Sun. So Liberty's out of the Atlantic Sun Conference, the same conference that Lipscomb played in. And both of those teams played in the conference final against each other. Liberty and Lipscomb. Liberty finished with a 28-6 record. Lipscomb with a 26-7 record. And whoever won that conference title game got to play in the tournament. Whoever lost got to play in the NIT. And since Lipscomb lost, they played in the NIT. Liberty right now playing against Mississippi State in a very close game with 11 seconds remaining. 76-73. Liberty looking like they could pull off the upset with Caleb Holmesley scoring 30 points in that game. What a great game between both of those teams, down to the wire. 30 points by Caleb Holmesley. And then the second leading scorer for Liberty, looks like it's 16 points on the board right now for the number 2 scorer. But I think Quindary Witherspoon from Mississippi State, he has 27 points on the board right now as well. So we got 10 seconds left to go in that game as I'm looking at it. 76-74, Liberty with that 2-point lead against Mississippi State. Gonna update you guys about that when that does go final. So we'll see if there's any sign of a buzzer beater or so on that one. Looks like Mississippi State did pick up the foul on Tyson Carter, but this is why March Madness is so great. Auburn against New Mexico State yesterday, down to the wire. Auburn had a pretty big lead with like a minute remaining. They had like a comfortable 6-point lead with like a minute left, and they almost blew it at the very end. New Mexico State had the golden opportunity to hit the left corner three, and they airballed it at the buzzer. But gotta love these upsets. This is what March Madness is about. But here we are, VCU, UCF, the 8 versus 9, closing out the night on CBS. If you're new to the channel, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, as well as I do play-by-play of March Madness games. I'll keep you guys updated on the score of Liberty versus Mississippi State. Right now, Liberty is out in front, 77-74 with 10 seconds remaining. Taco Fall for Central Florida has successfully won all 31 tip-offs this season. He is the tallest player in college basketball, and also for college basketball, and if you add the NBA in there, he's 7'6". Here we go. Central Florida in the black jerseys, gold lettering, VCU in the white jerseys, and another tip-off has been won by Central Florida. So here we are to action. UCF with the ball first. Top of the key, they pass it now. Free throw circle, lob it over the top, and there we go. First shot, no good by Fall. Ball gets tipped out of bounds, and UCF will get the ball back. So Taco Fall had a chance right underneath the rim, and he couldn't get it to go. Updating you guys in the score of that one. Liberty up 79-76 with 3 seconds left against Mississippi State. Here we are. UCF back to action with the ball, trying to dribble inside the key. They float up the shot. No good. Fall trying to battle for the rebound, and he has it. Taco Fall with a rebound, and a foul called on the play with 19:33 left to go in the first. First foul committed by Virginia Commonwealth so far in this game. Updating you guys with a score here in the chat as we just got started with UCF VCU. 0-0. UCF with an inbound. If you're new to the channel, like my video, share, subscribe. Central Florida just took an air ball shot, got rebounded by VCU here with 19:25 left to go in the first. We're still scoreless. VCU with the ball. Right wing of that three-point perimeter. Derante Jenkins, and he passes it to his teammate trying to go down low post. No good. Taco Fall with a rebound. So here we are again, Central Florida with the ball. They set up the offense with Terrell Allen of UCF. Yep, he's the tallest basketball player in all college basketball, Taco Fall. And I believe if you throw the NBA in there, he's 7'6". And that was a turnover committed by UCF. And oh man, who is that? This Rankins for Central Florida. Oh no, Dawkins. Aubrey Dawkins just lost his shoe on the play. And it's a turnover by UCF, I believe. He was trying to dribble towards his left of the perimeter with the ball, and he just lost his shoe. That one has just gone final. Liberty with an upset against Mississippi State, 80-76. So a 12 beat a 5 once again. That one has just gone final. Liberty with like 6 minutes remaining was down by 10 points as well. Here we are back to action, still 0-0. VCU with the ball, top of the key three. No good from the outside. Offensive rebound underneath the basket. They feed it inside. Banks it home. But, yeah, banks it home and a foul. So VCU going to the line for the and one. Sean Mobley put that one home off the glass. So I'm going to update you guys with a score here. VCU with a 2-0 lead, 18.5 left to go before halftime. They have a chance to make it a 3-point play, and they do right there with Sean Mobley. 3-zip Rams. As the Knights will get the inbound pass. They do. They pass that ball off to Aubrey Dawkins. He had a career-high 39 points against Temple in conference play. He averages 15 points per game. Trying to get it past the timeline for UCF. They do. Right side of that timeline. And now to the top of the key into the hands of Terrell Allen. Allen now with the ball dribbling towards that March Madness logo. Passes it left wing of the perimeter here. B.J. Taylor with the ball for UCF. 5 on the shot clock. Taylor in trouble. Passes that one off to Dawkins. Dawkins feeds it inside. And they didn't realize that it was a shot clock violation. Did not attempt to shoot the ball. And UCF turns it over. 3-0 right now with 18 minutes left to go in the first. 3 points on the board. All 3 points have been scored by VCU. VCU gets the ball back on the inbounds. 2 turnovers so far by Central Florida. VCU passes the timeline. They pass it right wing of that perimeter here. And now they pass it off. Marcus Evans, the leading scorer, has the ball in his hands. Passes left wing. Sean Mobley back out on top to Evans. Evans now, they're moving around the perimeter. Left corner here with Sean Mobley. Back to the left wing with Durante Jenkins. Jenkins puts up that shot. No good. Taco Fall gets the ball. On the air ball by Jenkins there. Taco Fall with the ball, puts it into the hands of BJ Taylor. Central Florida. And to get past the double team trap, floating up a shot in the key. No good. Fall with a rebound though. Fall puts it into his teammate's hand. Jumper at the free throw circle. Another miss by UCF. An offensive rebound. Top of the key three wide open. No good. Central Florida just keeps on missing shots. Rebounded by VCU. BJ Taylor had a chance to hit the 3 ball down for UCF. He was wide open. Couldn't do so. 0 for 5 to start off this game for UCF from the field. VCU now with the ball. Dribbling right wing of the perimeter. Sean Mobley passes it off. Top of the key. Corey Douglas takes the 3. No good. Another Taco Fall rebound. 3-0 UCF with the ball. Right wing perimeter here. Terrell Allen passes it right elbow. Trying to go inside. UCF jumper. Fade away. Air ball. Ball gets tipped out of bounds. Let's see what the refs roll here with 16:26 left to go in the first. Ball did get tipped out of bounds on the play. Colin Smith was in the key, and he tried to take the fader shot, and it went air ball. So looks like it was last touched out of bounds by UCF, so VCU gets the ball back. Central Florida has not scored a point yet. We're almost 4 minutes into this game. VCU, right wing of the perimeter, moving now. Right elbow, fadeaway jumper, no good. Oh, ugly shooting, both of these teams. Offensive rebound, VCU, no good off the top of the iron. Rebounded right there by Colin Smith of UCF. UCF takes it past the left side of the timeline. They feed it inside a Taco Fall. Oh, the big man gets denied from behind. VCU with the ball, taking it past the timeline. 4 minutes into this game, 3 ball, VCU, no good. 4 minutes into this game, the score is 3-0. Horrendous shooting display by both of these squads right now. 3-0 VCU, 15:35 left to go in the first. UCF with the ball, right wing of the perimeter here with BJ Taylor trying to dribble baseline underneath. Floats up the shot, no good. Offensive rebound, Taco Fall swarmed by a bunch of players. VCU steals the ball underneath the basket. So you can be tall, but when you're underneath the basket with 4 other guys, they can easily steal that one away. VCU trying to go baseline, and they get stripped in the lane, and they go out of bounds. They step right out of bounds. Man, this is horrendous scoring right now in this game with 15:12 left to go in the first. Central Florida has not scored a single point so far. VCU has only scored 3 points so far. So I'm going to update you guys in the chat here with the score. If you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe as well. We're on a TV timeout right now. I'm going to update you guys with that shooting percentage for both of these teams. And Central Florida, nice way to kick it off as they are shooting the ball at 0% from the floor. 0 for 8 for Central Florida, 1 for 8 for VCU. A solid 12.5% from the field for VCU, yet they're shooting the ball better than Central Florida at the moment. 4 offensive rebounds by UCF, nothing going for them when it comes to banking shots home. 3 turnovers by UCF, 1 by VCU. And 9 rebounds as well by UCF, 6 rebounds by VCU. The only person to score a bucket in this game was Sean Mobley, as he got to the free throw line for an and one. He laid it up and in, and he also hit the free throw as well. So he has all 3 points right now for VCU. As we look to other college basketball action, close one between a 1 and 16 right now. North Carolina is up against Iona, 25-24 at the moment, with 6:53 left to go in the first. Actually, that just updated. Iona has the 2-point lead over UNC at the moment. Iowa State did not come out shooting the ball at all from the field as well. So Ohio State came out to play today against Iowa State. Ohio State's up 9-2 against the Cyclones of Iowa State. St. Louis against Virginia Tech. That game will tip off in around 5 minutes from now. So that game will get going. But we did have a upset that happened like 10 minutes ago. Liberty beat Mississippi State. Liberty was a 12 seed that beat a 5. So 80-76 was the score, and the Liberty Flames are moving to the second round of the tournament, into the round of 32. So they'll play the winner of Virginia Tech against St. Louis tonight. So both of those teams out of the A10 that made the tournament, VCU and St. Louis, both of these teams are playing in these late night games tonight. VCU right now in my stream, and St. Louis tips off even later. That game hasn't even started with Virginia Tech. But yeah, horrendous shooting display going on right now for both of these teams, UCF and VCU. So yeah, I just got that update. 12 three-point shots Liberty hit on to beat Mississippi State. Around 6 minutes left in the game, Liberty was down by 10 points against Mississippi State. Yet the Flames were able to come back and win the game, 80-76. So that was a shocker right there today. So the winner of this game, VCU versus UCF, will take on Duke on Sunday. It looks like Taco Fall is checked out of the game for UCF. So the Knights will get the inbound here. They do pass the ball off, as we are back to action with 15:05 left to go before halftime. UCF takes that ball past the right side of the timeline with Terrell Allen. Allen now dribbling at the top of the key. He passes it off. At the top of the key once again with it's Chad Brown. It goes into the hands of BJ Taylor, left wing of the perimeter. They pass it, move it around, up inside for UCF. No good. They are 0 for 9 from the field shooting right now. Too strong off the backboard right there. VCU in transition. Left wing three. Ugly shot. Hit the bottom part of the iron. Rebounded by UCF. Nobody can score here, guys. Nobody. 0 for 9 UCF. 1 for 9 VCU shooting the ball. UCF with the ball in their hands. They feed it off, trying to go right side baseline with Chad Brown. They kick it back outside. Top of the key here, BJ Taylor. And he falls on the ground with a ball with 14:18 left to go in the first, as that is a foul called on the play. So this game has been the cause for an ugly shooting display with two East Coast teams playing in a late time slot right now. 14:10 remaining. UCF with the ball. They have yet to score. They're 0 for 9 shooting from the field. Left wing of the perimeter here for UCF. They pass it off top of the key to Chad Brown. Puts it into the hands of BJ Taylor. Right corner three. No good. He airballs it from the outside. 0 for 10 right now for Central Florida from the field. This is not good. VCU moving up. They put it into the cup, up and in. 5-0 right now. VCU could easily, if they had made all their shots, they could be up 20-0 right now, but instead it's 5-0. Finally, something goes down for UCF with 6.5 minutes into this one. 13:30 remaining, 5-2. VCU with the ball, left wing of the perimeter now. They're trying to back their way inside the low post. Moving it around the perimeter, and now they feed it inside. Oh, what a rejection, but a foul called. Marcus Santos Silva got rejected from behind right there, and he is hurt on the ground. That is not good. He had 6 double-doubles on the year, coming off a career high against the University of Rhode Island in the A10 quarters. That is not good for Marcus Santos Silva. He's the sophomore from Taunton, Massachusetts, as he is down on the ground right now. Myself, very familiar with Taunton, Mass, where he grew up from, where his hometown is right down the road from where I am. That is not good from Marcus Santos Silva of VCU. He gets help to his feet right there. Tried to lay it up and in. He got fouled on the play, and he took a huge fall down to the ground right there. Hit the hardwood pretty hard. It looks like number 14 is walking off the court right now. So he did get up the did get up right now, so that is good. Updating you guys with a score. Iona is leading North Carolina with 4:25 remaining, 33-27. So that is going on right now. Iona, out of all teams, is up by 6 against UNC. So a case of the Michigan State Spartans once again for Roy Williams' squad. It might be. But on the last place, Marcus Santos Silva trying to dribble inside, lay it up and in with his left hand, and he went down on the court hard on the hardwood right there. Hurt himself, and he had to be helped by the training staff to get up 5-2 to score. 13:20 left to go in the first. We look at the replay underneath the basket again. Ooh, went down hard on that left arm right there. That did not look good at all, how he landed on that left arm on the replay. So I'm going to update you guys with the shooting percentages so far in this game. They've been horrendous. Central Florida shooting the ball 1 for 11 from the field at a solid 9%. VCU shooting the ball at 2 for 10 from the field. Better than Central Florida at 20%. They have not been able to get the shots to fall down. It's been Brick City so far. This is looking reminiscent of the Virginia Tech versus North Carolina State game back in late January, where the final score was 47-24. Here we are, back to action at the free throw line for VCU. First shot goes down, 6-2. So they can make free throws, so that is good. So some positive stuff going on here is finally, it seems like we're on a scoring spree when somebody gets a point. This looks like the Super Bowl here. Second shot knocks that one down for VCU. 7-2 right now with 13:20 left to go. So UCF shooting the ball at 1 for 11 from the field. Let's see what they do here. They take it past the left side of the timeline as Aubrey Dawkins has the ball, puts it into the hands of Terrell Allen, dribbling right side of the three-point perimeter. Now left wing. They push it now, trying to dribble baseline underneath the basket, laying it up and in for Central Florida. There's some points on the board. Feels like we're on a scoring spree right now. 7-4, 12:50 left to go in the first. VCU right wing, that three-point perimeter. Malik Crowfield with the ball, puts it into the hands of Deontay Rinkins. And now left wing of the perimeter here, left corner. Vince Williams with the ball for VCU. He passes it left elbow inside. Gilmore, ball stolen away, going the other way. Speed burst inside, laying it up and into the cup right there. UCF scores right there on the board. 7-6, VCU with a 1-point lead. 12:20 left to go in the first. VCU with the ball, trying to move inside, laying it, reverse hand layup, no good, off the top of the glass. Central Florida gets the rebound. They take it past the timeline, pushing tempo now. Left wing three, knocks it down. We have some points on the board. Central Florida with their first three-point shot to go down, and they have the 9-7 lead. 12 minutes remaining in the first. Finally, some points. If you're new to the channel, hit that like button down below. Hit subscribe as well. So just like that, a few minutes ago, UCF was shooting the ball at 9% from the field. Now they're shooting at 29%. VCU with the ball. And a turnover on the play with 11:44 left to go in the first. So we have our first break in our second break in the action here. I'm going to update you guys with a score in the chat as this is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube, as I'll be back tomorrow doing more play-by-play of tournament games, so stay in the know here throughout March Madness with my channel, keeping you locked and loaded with all the scores that go on. Iowa State against Ohio State currently. Iowa State now out in front. They started out the game really slow with the Buckeyes. They were up with a 9-2 lead, Ohio State was. The Cyclones were down early in that one, but Iowa State has taken back the lead, 15-13 with 11:18 left to go in the first. St. Louis against Virginia Tech. That game has not yet tipped off. It will tip off in 20 minutes from now, 10:20 p.m. tip-off time, approximately. Let's update you guys on the score of North Carolina and Iona. Upset alert early on in the first half. Iona has put up 35 points on North Carolina. Iona, the 16 seed, up against UNC, 35-29 at the moment. Still a lot of game left. Kind of looks familiar to what happened early on with Duke against North Dakota State as well, as NDSU was up early in that game, but Duke just too much to handle in the second half, as Duke outscored NDSU 54-35 in the second half and won 85-62. So we are currently on commercial break in this game, as this is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Make sure to hit that like button, guys. Share, subscribe to my channel, as I do play-by-play of college basketball action in the March Madness tournament. So here we are with the leading scorers of the game, and let's see who they are. Sean Mobley with 3 points for VCU, leading the way. And 3 points as well for UCF. That is, looks like Dawkins with 3 points for UCF. Aubrey Dawkins, who has those 3 points right now. So that's what's going on in the game so far. Low scoring contest, almost halfway through the first half, and it's only a 9-7 game. UCF was scoreless. They got their first bucket about 6 minutes into this game, basically. Over 6 minutes into this game. It was around like 13-20 in the first when they finally got their first points on the board. But finally, showing signs of life. It seems like we're on a scoring spree as of late with that Central Florida 3-point shot. UCF shooting the ball 1 for 3 from behind the arc. VCU is 0 for 5 right now when it comes to 3-point shooting. That is going to have to change as we go through the game, because if Central Florida kept on missing those shots like they did early on, VCU, honestly, if they were like another team and could have made those shots, they could have been up like 20-0 with like 7 minutes into this game. Yet it's a 9-7 game with around 12:09 left to go in the first. And a little bit of a size advantage here. Taco Fall, I think, has checked back into the game for UCF. He is the tallest player in all of college basketball, 7'6". Jumper at the free throw circle, knocks it down. There's the top shooting team in the American Conference. Glad we found them right now. 11-7. UCF up by 4. VCU almost threw that ball away out of bounds, but they do get it. They do retain it before it goes out of bounds. Left wing 3 from the outside. No good. VCU shooting 0 for 6 from behind that 3-point arc. UCF with a rebound. Now trying to take it inside, and a foul called on a reach-in. 9-0 scoring run for UCF in the last minute and 51. Taco Fall is going to be too tough to defend today. 11-7 right now. He is 7'6". That is just a major size advantage. UCF with the inbound, right wing of the perimeter. Terrell Allen dribbling towards that top of the key for the Knights. They started 0 for 10 from the field. Now Central Florida is shooting 5 for 5 ever since. They lob that ball over the top to Taco Fall. He slams it down. He's too tall. Oh my goodness, 13-7. VCU had a chance to put their hands on it, but Taco Fall was too tall for the reach of the ball and slammed it down over the top on the lob pass. Look at that, number 24 in the replay. Just gets right behind number 14, Marcus Santos Silva for VCU, and slams it down. This is going to be a size difference throughout this entire game. Marcus Santos Silva, who's guarding him sometimes in the man-to-man plays, a 6'7", going up against somebody who's 11 inches taller than him. First shot goes down right there at the free throw line, 13-8. So VCU did get fouled there at the free throw line with Marcus Evans, the leading scorer for VCU. Next one, it goes down, 13-9, the score right now. 4-point game, Central Florida with the ball. So they take it. They take it past that left side of the timeline. BJ Taylor. And there's a double team trap there. Oh, and half-court violation. A double team trap. They passed it very closely to that half-court line, and a Central Florida player tried to grab the ball, and his shoe, his sneaker right there, went over the half-court line. So half-court violation. Ball goes back to VCU. VCU trying to get double-digit points on the board. 13-9 to score. Central Florida up by 4. 10-18 remaining. Jumper in the key. VCU knocks it down. They do have double-digit points. 13-11 right there with 10-10 left to go in the first. UCF to inbound the ball. They put that ball now into the hands of Dayon Griffin of Central Florida, and they do get it over the timeline. Virginia Commonwealth with a half-court trap on basically every single play here, playing that 2-3 man-to-man defense and trying to put in like half-court traps over there with a full-court press as well. A lob pass over the top to Taco Fall. He is strong. He gets the ball. He puts it into the cup. Up and in, 2 and add 1 as he'll go to the line for the and 1. Look at this. Lob pass just over Santos Silvia and puts it home. That is just a size advantage there. Santos Silvia is 11 inches smaller than Taco Fall. That is just a huge disadvantage in this game for VCU. Taco Fall at the free throw line. No good. Rebounded by the Rams of Virginia Commonwealth. 9:35 left to go in the first. 15-11. Working in the key. Jumper goes in. Santos Silvia hits that one home. 15-13 the score right now. He floated up that one in the lane right there. 2-point game. 9:20 left to go. Laying it up and then going the distance. Nice right hand layup. It goes down for Central Florida. They forgot to get back on defense because VCU goes the distance. Coast to coast, they lay it up and in, and they get the foul called as well, so they go to the line for 1. Marcus Santos Silvia, once again, going the distance for VCU right here. The pass all the way to the cross court, and he lays it right into the net. And at the line for 1. So fast scoring in the past couple of possessions, and he hits that one from the line, as this was a very slow start to this game. Central Florida was held scoreless for basically the first 6 minutes of this one. 17-16 the score. UCF with the ball. They take it past that right side of the timeline. And they pass it off. Double team. Trap is there. VCU trying to steal it. UCF trying to get it away. VCU does steal. They do have the ball. VCU now setting up the offense. Left wing in that 3-point perimeter. Sean Mobley. He passes it off top of the key here to Marcus Evans, the leading scorer of the Virginia Commonwealth Rams, trying to take it inside, kicks it back outside, left baseline, deep 2 jumper, no good, airballed, rebounded by Taco Fall. 17-16, UCF with the ball. UCF passes, left wing now, lob pass over the top to Taco Fall, he slams it down. 19-16 right now, 3-point lead by Central Florida. They forgot to get back on defense once again because they dribble baseline, and VCU slams it down over Taco Fall, who wasn't paying attention. 19-18, 8:10 left to go in the first. Central Florida with the ball. They take it past the timeline with BJ Taylor. Top of the key, they pass it right wing of the perimeter. Now they have it into the hands of Cesar DeJesus here, and he puts that into the hands of Taylor. Left wing of the perimeter. Taco Fall puts it back out. Right corner trying to dribble baseline. DeJesus underneath the bucket. Passes to his teammate. Nice pass. Up and in right there by number 15, Aubrey Dawkins. And 1. He'll go to the line as well. So UCF going to the free throw line when we get back to action. 21-18, Central Florida with a 3-point lead against VCU. We're currently on a commercial break. If you're new to the channel, hit that like button down below. Hit the subscribe button as well. So how about this, guys? So Central Florida started out the game shooting the ball 0 for 10 from the field. They've made their last 10 shots ever since. Shooting now 10 for 20 from the field at this point of the game. And it's been an incredible turnaround of a shooting display by Central Florida, sinking shots in after they just could not hit anything at the early stages of this game. We're going to look to the leading scorers right now. Taco Fall with 6 points, as he's second on the team in scoring for Central Florida. 7 rebounds already by Taco, the tallest player in all of college basketball at 7'6". It isn't even fair, guys. You put Marcus Santos Silvia, who is 6'7" for Virginia Commonwealth, to play man with Taco Fall of Central Florida, who's 7'6", an 11-inch difference on the size. And we already saw a couple of lob passes over the top, and Taco Fall just jams them down. 7 points leading the way for UCF will be Aubrey Dawkins right now. And for VCU, the leading scorer, 5 points by Marcus Santos Silva. So that's what's going on in the game so far, 21-18 with 7:49 left to go. We're going to get back on a commercial break. When we do get back to action, updating you guys in the score. Upset alert here. Number 16, Iona, is up against number 1 seed, North Carolina at halftime, 38-33. So, not good for me. I picked UNC in my bracket, and they're down by 5 at the half. That is crazy right now. The other game that's going on is tied up at 17 between Ohio State and Iowa State. So that's what's going on in the moment of college basketball. Still, St. Louis, Virginia Tech, that game is yet to tip off. It will tip off in around 5 minutes from now. But we're on the commercial break with Central Florida and Virginia Commonwealth. If you're new to the channel, hit the like button down below. Hit the subscribe button as well as I do. Play-by-play, the March Madness action. I'll be doing this throughout the March Madness tournament, so stay in the know here with my channel. This is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. So let's see here. March Madness tournament update of what we had earlier on. And yeah, it is North Carolina losing at halftime against Iona right now. 38-33 Iona trying to go for the upset. Just like last year's team, it was UMBC, one of those teams from the Northeast. Here's another one with Iona that I think they play in the MAAC conference. UMBC played in the America East, so Vermont got in from the America East this time around. They tried to go for the upset against Florida State, but it wasn't enough. Florida State came back late and took advantage of that game. But here we are getting ready to go back to action. UCF shooting the and one at the free throw line. This is number 15, Aubrey Dawkins, the second leading scorer on the team coming into this game, shooting at 83% from the charity stripe. 21-18 the score. He has a chance to put this a 4-point game, and he does, 22-18. We have 7:49 left to go before halftime. 4-point game. So VCU will get the inbound here. They put the ball into the hands of Marcus Evans, the leading scorer for VCU. They pass it off right wing of the 3-point perimeter. Free throw circle now. For VCU, they pass it back to the right wing here. Sean Mobley lobs it all the way to the left wing. Trying to drive baseline. Jumper. No good there by VCU. Rebounded by UCF. UCF takes it past the timeline. Top of the key here for Terrell Allen. Allen setting up the offense. Central Florida shooting the ball 10 for 10 from the field since they started out that ugly and dismal 0 for 10. UCF trying to go inside. Another foul called. Picked up on a reach-in by VCU with 7:14 left to go in the first. Still 22-18 over here, with 7:14 left to go in the first. There might have been some words exchanged with the officials in the last play for, I think, VCU. So the refs are looking at this play, as we're going to see. Might have been a bump on the foul, but VCU picked up their 7th foul as a team right now in the first half. So they're in a lot of foul trouble in the early stages. Looks like the refs are going to sort this out to see what happened here. So UCF should be shooting free throws at the charity stripe. It seems like there was a foul called by committed on VCU. We're looking at here. Maybe like a pushing foul on. Oh, pushing foul by UCF. So VCU, it's a technical by UCF. So VCU shooting some free throws. So that was a push right there called after the whistle. And VCU shooting some free throws. 22-19, first one went down. Second one goes down for VCU. Inexcusable penalties here for Central Florida after the whistle. Number 35 was the guilty party with a push-off on a VCU player. That was Colin Smith who got charged with a foul, and VCU also picked up a reach and foul. So here's Colin Smith. He'll go to the line for Central Florida. So that took a lot to sort out right there, as it's a 22-20 game. But Central Florida with Colin Smith will be shooting free throws at the charity stripe. If you're new to the channel, hit that like button down below. Hit subscribe as well, as I do play-by-play the March Madness action. Colin Smith at the free throw line for Central Florida. 22-20, UCF up by 2. The refs had to sort that one out. Like a minute ago, there was a technical called by Central Florida on the play. Colin Smith, who's at the free throw line now, VCU got called with the reach-in, but after the whistle, Colin Smith of Central Florida was not happy about the reach-in foul, so he pushed the VCU player after the whistle. That's where the refs gave VCU a chance to shoot 2 from the free throw line for those technical foul. First shot at the line goes down for Central Florida, so VCU hit both of theirs, putting it to 22-20. Central Florida now shooting their free throws at the line. Second shot, it goes down 24-20. And VCU gets the ball here on the inbound. 7:10 left to go before halftime. They have it at the top of the key here for the Rams. This is Deontay Rankins, who's trying to dribble inside, and he kicks it back outside. Open 3, top of the key. And a turnover called by VCU on the play. 24-20. So that was an offensive turnover with 7:01 left to go in the first. So here we are back to action again. Central Florida will get the inbound. They're up by 4. They need to pass the timeline. Too much time here. They do. They got it before that 10-second call where they pass the timeline. So Central Florida has the ball at the right wing of the perimeter. Top of the key here with Colin Smith. He puts that ball into the hands of Cesar DeJesus, and now right wing here, BJ Taylor. Taylor trying to take that one inside. Jumper inside the key. No good, off the right bottom part of the backboard. Rebounded by VCU. Transition now. And a push-off called on the play. Right there. Thought it was a push-off on the play, but Central Florida not in position, so it's a defensive foul called by UCF. Looked like VCU might have been able to get the call. Maybe for a push-off foul, but no. VCU will inbound it once more. 6:25 left to go before halftime. 4-point game left wing of the perimeter here for VCU. They dribble with the ball. It's Isaac Van who passes that one off. Top of the key here for the Rams. Left wing of the perimeter, back to Van. Van now passes that one top of the key. Corey Douglas. Douglas passes right wing of the perimeter, and that gets tapped out of bounds by Central Florida. So the ball will go back to Central Florida here with 5 on the shot clock. 6:09 left to go on the game clock before halftime. So now VCU with the ball. Left elbow deep 2. No good. Rebound by UCF. That was a rebound by Colin Smith right there. Central Florida with the ball. They take it past the timeline. They have it right wing of the perimeter. As that is Terrell Allen. Feeds it inside. Ball stripped away by VCU. 2-on-1 fast break. Lob pass over the top. And he could not finish to the rim. Too strong off the backboard. Second chance offensive rebound. Up and in off the glass there by VCU. 24-22 is the score. Central Florida up by 2. They get it past that 10-second line. Steal once again by VCU, and a reach and foul committed from behind by UCF. So Central Florida picks up their 6th foul before the half. VCU with 7 fouls committed, as that was Colin Smith as well. I'm sure he's in a bunch of foul trouble. He had a technical assist to him a few minutes ago in this game. Colin Smith with 2 fouls right now by Central Florida, charged on him already. All right, let's see. Isaac Van will be going to the free throw line in the bonus. That's actually the 7th foul, so they updated that. Foul number 7 that Central Florida picked up. So both of the teams even on fouls, 7 apiece. Shot at the free throw line, no good. Rebounded by UCF with 5:15 left to go. UCF with the ball right wing in that 3-point perimeter. They put that ball into the hands of Terrell Allen. Puts it back outside. Now they pass it around the perimeter, and now they try to take it inside. They float up the shot. No good. Fight for the rebound in the right corner. The ball goes out of bounds. And it looks like it'll be a Virginia Commonwealth ball. So when we go back to action, VCU will get the ball back on the inbound with 5:01 left to go. So under 5 remaining as we are back to action. We've got 4:50 left to go before halftime. 2-point game. VCU with the ball, right wing in that 3-point perimeter. 24-22, UCF with a lead. Left wing in that 3-point perimeter. Jenkins, he passes that one back. They try to lob it inside, backing their way. Low post jumper goes down. Corey Douglas hits the shot. We're tied up at 24. 4.5 left to go. UCF with the ball. A lot of half-court double-team press defense here by VCU. Left elbow jumper. UCF no good. Rebounded by the Rams of Virginia Commonwealth. 4:15 left to go with a burst of speed up inside. And no foul, no whistle on that one. VCU tried to go to the cup, and it looks like bodies collided on the shot. No foul. No good from the outside by UCF. Rebounded by VCU. Both of these teams going stone cold shooting the ball as of late. 24 apiece, 3:55 left to go before halftime. 0 points scored by Central Florida in the last 3 minutes, 25 seconds. The Rams with the ball. They have it into the hands of Derante Jenkins. Jenkins now passes to his teammate. They kick it back outside, left wing. Open three, as open as you can get. Malik Crowfield missed the 3-point shot. Rebounded by Central Florida. We're still tied up at 24. UCF takes it past the left side of the timeline. Now at the left elbow. They pass it right wing of the perimeter. BJ Taylor dribbling to that top of the key. Setting up the offense. 3:15 left to go before halftime. Taylor moving, kicks it back outside, open three. Allen hits it from the outside by Central Florida with a 3-point lead, 27-24. 3:05 left to go before halftime. Let's see what VCU can do here if they can respond with the ball. Now they have it at the top of the key with Malik Crowfield. He missed a crucial 3-point shot. He was as open as possible. Another open one. No good by VCU. They are open at the right corner right there, and they missed the shot. Rebounded by UCF. 2:40 left to go in the first. Central Florida slowing down tempo. VCU is not the team to turn to when it comes to shooting 3-point shots this game. They are 0 from 8. 0 for 8 shooting the ball from the outside. UCF is 2 for 5. Top of the key here for Central Florida. BJ Taylor feeds it back outside, left wing three. Knocks it down. UCF puts 30 on the board. 30-24 right now. Central Florida with 2 good 3-point shots and a timeout called on the floor by VCU. That 3 ball from the outside finally going down for Central Florida. Terrell Allen lighting it up from the outside on the left wing of the perimeter. There we have another one from the outside. Frank Burtz hitting that 3 ball down as well for Central Florida. Not your usual score. He averages around 3 points per game, but Frank Burtz coming home from the bench right now with 3 points. So Taco Fall has 6 points currently, 7 rebounds. He's been on the bench for a little bit in this game, but hopefully we'll see Taco Fall get back to action. He has a block as well. So 6 points by Taco Fall, 7 rebounds so far. And he also did have a foul charged at him as well. So he was on the bench for the past few minutes, but hopefully we can get Taco Fall back into the game because that is a huge size advantage all over the court when Taco Fall's in there. 7'6", the tallest player in college basketball. And we've seen it a couple of times, a lob pass over the top, just way too tall for the guy that's manning up to him. Marcus Santos Silva is 6'7" for Virginia Commonwealth, and he's the man who's put to play to guard Taco Fall, and it's not looking good right now for VCU in the guarding aspect of Taco Fall. So if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that like button down below. Hit the subscribe button as well, as I do play-by-play for college basketball action in the March Madness tournament as well. So this is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. We're on a TV timeout right now with 2:09 left to go in the first. VCU did call a timeout. Upset alert at halftime. I picked North Carolina in my bracket, and they are down by 5 points against Iona, 38-33 at the half. Ohio State with a lead against Iowa State as well, 25-20. We have 3:18 left to go in the first there. St. Louis, Virginia Tech just tipped off a few minutes ago. It looks like the Hokies have the 9-6 lead in the early stage of that game with 14:07 left to go in the first. So that's what's going on with college basketball right now, as we'll get back to action momentarily to Central Florida VCU, but UCF hitting and converting on the last 2 3-point shots from behind the arc, and that's why they've pulled away right now, 30-24, so a 6-point lead by Central Florida. We look to those team stats, and VCU they have not converted on a 3-point shot at this stage of the game. 0 for 8 still from 3-point range for Virginia Commonwealth. Central Florida is 3 for 6. That's what's been the difference, the 3-point shooting. Also the rebound. Central Florida out-rebounding VCU 19-14. Central Florida's turned the ball over 7 times, though. Only 4 times by VCU, but it took a while for Central Florida to score a single point in this game. It was around like 6 or 7 minutes until they finally did not have a 0 on the scoreboard. They started the game shooting 0 for 10. It's horrendous shooting. VCU started the game 1 for 10 from the field. Central Florida was 0 for 10. But after that, VCU shot a perfect 10 for 10 after they went 0 for 10. And now they're shooting the ball at 46% from the field. So Taco Fall, the tallest player in basketball, is back on the court. VCU with the ball, dribbling towards that top of the key. They put the ball into the hands of Durante Jenkins. And now that's a right wing 3. No good. They are 0 for 9 from the outside. They cannot hit a 3-point shot today for VCU. Rebounded by UCF. They take it past the timeline, top of the key. They put that ball into the hands of Aubrey Dawkins. Dawkins hands that one off to BJ Taylor. Taylor trying to take that one inside. Floats up the shot, up and in by Taylor. 8-point lead. UCF with the largest lead of the game right now, 32-24. So Taco Falls back in the game. VCU now with the ball. We have 1:25 left to go. Going to update you guys with a score. VCU inside the low post underneath. And no good. Taco Fall with another rebound added to his profile right there as VCU could not bank home that shot off the backboard. Central Florida with the ball. Taco Fall with 8 rebounds, 6 points. Central Florida puts that ball into the hands of BJ Taylor, top of the key here. Taylor dribbles, and he passes that one off towards that right side of the 3-point perimeter to Terrell Allen. Allen trying to work his way in the key. Jumper, knocks it down. 10-point lead by UCF. 34-24, 48 seconds left before halftime. VCU's in trouble. They are down by 10. They have not been able to hit a 3-point shot. VCU is in a lot of trouble right now as we're going to go into the half 35 seconds from now. VCU. Low post, kicks it back outside. Steal by Central Florida, going all the way. Oh, what a denial from the back. He was trying to showboat, basically slowed down. UCF had a chance to slam it down, but Aubrey Dawkins at the very end slowed down, and VCU came out of nowhere and blocked that shot from behind. What an effort by number 0, Durante Jenkins of VCU to track down Aubrey Dawkins to the rim right there. Still 34-24 with 20.3 seconds remaining. The ball was just tipped out of bounds. TV timeout on the floor. Going to update you guys here with the chat once again with a score. If you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe, as well as I call play-by-play to college basketball games throughout the March Madness tournament. So this is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. 34-24. Central Florida right now with a 10-point lead against VCU. And thank you guys for the like. I appreciate that. Hopefully we'll build up the people as we go through the stream as well. But right now, Central Florida, complete difference. Shooting the ball from the field compared to how they first shot the ball the first 6 minutes of the game. They did not score a single point until like 7 minutes into this game. VCU got out to a 3-0 lead It was very low scoring. Central Florida started off the game 0 for 10 shooting the ball from the field. VCU was 1 for 10. And then after that, Central Florida, the light bulb turned on. They made 10 out of 10 from the field after they started 0 for 10. Right now, Central Florida shooting the ball 14 for 29 from the field at 48%. The shooting percentage tells the difference right now. VCU shooting the ball at a very low 29%, 8 for 28 from the field. Also, the rebounds. That has told the tale of this one in the first half. 21 rebounds by Central Florida, 16 by VCU. The size advantage itself tells the whole story with Taco Fall 7'6", and VCU for some reason putting one of their forwards who's 6'7", 11 inches smaller than Taco Fall. They're putting Marcus Santos Silva to guard Taco Fall, and it just hasn't worked out. Taco Fall right now 6 points, all of them basically lob passes over the top right underneath the basket. He's just too tall, puts that ball up and in off the lob passes. He's just like a head length above the player that's manning up to him. So Taco Fall right now tied for tied for third on the team in scoring right now. 6 points, 8 rebounds though. He has the team high in rebounds so far. Leading the way, Aubrey Dawkins for Central Florida, 8 points currently in this game. For VCU leading the way, it looks like it is Marcus Evans with 6 points as well. He did get hurt in the quarterfinal game of the A10 tournament against Rhode Island, but he is back right now. So Central Florida coming out the past couple possessions. The three-point shooting has told the tale as well. UCF shooting the ball at 50% from three-point range. They are 3 for 6. Virginia Commonwealth has not hit a three-point shot. They have not hit a three-point shot. And it said the last NCAA tournament game that a team has not hit a three-point shot, you have to go back to 2 years ago in 2017. So here we are, 10-0 run in the last 2 minutes, 55 seconds. Central Florida has the ball. 12 seconds before halftime. They'll get the last shot. Central Florida with 8. Top of the key here. They have the ball into the hands of B.J. Taylor. Trying to make his move inside. They get swatted into the crowd right there. Number 23, Isaac Van, blocked that one. So that ball did go out of bounds. 2.8 seconds remaining. UCF should get the ball back with 2.8 seconds before halftime. So another TV timeout before we get to halftime. They took a TV timeout with 2.8 seconds before the end of the half, which they should just let them run the play, honestly. But they'll have one more shot to do it. So Central Florida will have one last chance to get off a shot before halftime when we do get to the half. Updating you guys with the score. So Iona was up at the half against North Carolina, 38-33, but the tables have turned now. North Carolina outscoring Iona at the start of the second half, 11-3. So UNC has the 44-41 lead against Iona. So here we go, back to action. Central Florida will have one last chance to see if they can get a shot before the halftime buzzer. 2.8 seconds remaining before halftime to draw up a play right here. Central Florida with an inbound. They are up by 10. Trying to add to that 10-point lead before the half. Let's see if they do. They pass it. Right baseline. They move it back outside, and a little too late. They passed it off, and they did not get the shot before the horn missed it anyway. So there you have it at the half. 34-24. Central Florida up against VCU. So we've made our way into halftime right here. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that like button down below and subscribe, as well as this is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. So we're at halftime right now between both of these teams. So I'm going to update you guys with what went on in the box score and some of the team stats since we're on halftime break. So here we are. The leading scores for Central Florida look like this. 8 points, Aubrey Dawkins leading the way. Nobody in double-digit points for both of these teams right now. But Aubrey Dawkins is the leading scorer for Central Florida. And 7 points. Right behind him, Terrell Allen. Taco Fall in the tie for third right now at halftime. Taco Fall, 7 points. And he also has 8 rebounds. So looking for a double-double before this one's over for Taco Fall. Getting close to that as we're at halftime. 7 points, 8 rebounds right now for Taco. And let's see what else we got. 6 points by BJ Taylor. So that is the Central Florida squad at halftime for VCU. The stats look like this inside the box score. 6 points leading the way, Marcus Evans. He's the leading scorer coming into this game, averaging 14 points per game. Marcus Santos Silva, 5 points right now, second on the team in scoring for VCU. 4 points by Durante Jenkins as well for Virginia Commonwealth. So we've hit the halftime horn here. Going to update you guys with what happened in the first half. Central Florida went 0 for 10 from the field shooting the ball. It was very ugly at 0%. They did not get their first point in the game until around 7 minutes into the game. VCU didn't do any better than that. If they were a team that could have scored points and shot the ball like 60, 70% from the field in the early stage of the game, VCU could have been up with like 7 minutes into that game, like 15 or 20-0. Instead, the score was, I think, 3-0. VCU went 1 for 10 in the first 7 minutes shooting the ball. Central Florida was 0 for 10, but after that, after the 0 for 10 shooting display, Central Florida hit the last 10 shots in a row. After that, they've never looked back, shooting the ball at 14 for 30 from the field right now, 47% as we go into the halftime horn. VCU shooting at 27%, so huge difference in the shooting percentage as that has been telling the tale right now in the first half. Other things going on, the rebounding edge. Central Florida out-rebounding VCU at the half, 23-15. And the three-pointers, that too. Central Florida out-rebounding VCU as well, but the three-point shooting, Central Florida out-shooting VCU at the half from three-point range as well. 3 for 6 from behind the arc by Central Florida. VCU was 0 for 9. So 0 for 9 from behind the arc by VCU. And that's the first time since 2017 that a team in the round of 64 in the tournament has missed all three-point shots from behind the perimeter in the first half. So if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe as well as I call play-by-play of March Madness games. This is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. We're at the half currently. Central Florida up by 10 against Virginia Commonwealth. Thank you so much. I appreciate it on the channel for High Res TV. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for joining the chat here in the channel. Updating you guys on the scores here at halftime. North Carolina up by 5 against Iona. 15.5 left to go in that game. 48-43. UNC has the 5-point lead. Ohio State just hit halftime as well to Iowa State. Looks like the Buckeyes have the 2-point lead. 26-24. Virginia Tech currently on a roll against St. Louis. VT is up 17-6 against the Billikens with 11:26 left to go in the first. So if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe as well as I call play-by-play of March Madness games. I'll be back tomorrow doing more more play-by-play streams here. Maryland against LSU kicking it off at around 12:10 tomorrow. Wofford against Kentucky, throwing that one in there, 2:45. Florida against Michigan, 5:15. Minnesota versus Michigan State, closing it out, 7:45. So it should be a good day of the round of 32 tomorrow. This one, though, UCF VCU closing it out right here with a round of 64 tonight. And then back to tomorrow with more live streams. But yeah, the shot selection, just the shots could not fall down for both of these teams early on in the game. 7 minutes into this game, and Central Florida did not score a single point in the first 7 minutes. They were down against VCU 3-0. Imagine if VCU had shot the ball at like 60% from the field. It would be like 15-0 in the first 7 minutes of that game, or 20-0. But VCU shot the ball first 7 minutes of the game. VCU shot it 1 for 10. Central Florida shot the ball 0 for 10. After that, UCF never looked back. They shot a perfect 10 for 10 from the field. After that, in the shooting percentage, tells the tale as we're at halftime. 14 for 30 from the field by UCF. They turned it around at a 47% shooting from the field. VCU only shooting 29% from the field. So shooting percentage telling the tale in this one. But yeah, thank you so much there in the chat. High Res TV. Don't stop, man. Thank you so much about that with the motivation. Gotta love the motivation here in the chat. You guys, throughout the entire time through the chat, you guys have been awesome. So thank you guys so much. It all depends on the game usually. Some of the games have been like, usually the bigger teams get like more active chats in there. Like I've been able to go through some of these games. Some of the times the chat's just been like nonstop or so. It all depends on what teams I get in the tournament or so. But if you're new to that channel, make sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe as well to Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube, calling play-by-play of college basketball games. Late night game, so yeah, I wasn't sure how many people I get in here for this game since it was so late at night, 10:45 p.m. on the East Coast right now. But yeah, we're at halftime between Central Florida and VCU. Looking at the scoreboard here at the halftime report, North Carolina against Iona. Iona took the halftime lead, 38-33. 5-point lead by Iona at the half, but North Carolina now up by 8, 53-45. Finally finding their mojo in that second half, so that is good for UNC. Right now, I took UNC in the bracket as well. That would not look good if they lost in the first round and pulled one of those Virginians over UMBC like last year. Virginia started out really cold against Gardner-Webb as well, but Duke also against North Dakota State earlier today. But the second half, Duke just went on a roll. Completely altered their entire defensive play. Defense creating offense in the fast break transitions. Every single play that they basically generated was basically like 2-on-1. They had like numbers a bunch of the time, and that's why they were able to put up a ton of points in the second half. Well, let's see here. North Carolina against Iona. 14 points leading the way. Luke May with 7 rebounds as well. 13 points by Cameron Johnson for North Carolina. So that's how that game's going on. North Carolina against Iona right now in that one. But yeah, we've had upsets throughout the day in college basketball. UC Irvine, one of the biggest ones, beating Kansas State. It was a 13-versus-4 battle. But also Liberty beating Mississippi State. That was a 12-versus-5 today. So Liberty coming away with a W against Mississippi State, of course. Washington crushing Utah State. Not a whole lot of people saw that coming. I know I had Utah State in my bracket. But Washington beating Utah State by 17 points when Washington lost in the Pac-12 title game to Oregon. Oregon looks legit, guys. They blew out Wisconsin today. This team has won 9 games in a row. They've been the best team in all college basketball for the past month. If you look at all these teams for like 1 month, for the past 30 days, and you put them all into an AP Top 25, Oregon and the Ducks would be, in my opinion, the #1 team from how they've played the past month or so, if you group them all up from the past 30-day performance or so. But right now, we're at halftime between both of these teams. This is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Make sure to hit that like button down below and subscribe as well to my channel, as I call play-by-play of college basketball games. So this is what I do. So we thank you for coming into my channel. Right now, we're on a commercial, halftime break with Central Florida and VCU. We should be getting back to action momentarily with both of these teams, but a complete turnaround by Central Florida with how they shot the ball at the beginning of the first half and then at the end of the first half. Complete turnaround as we got Hubbard Brown back in the chat. What is up, man? Thank you so much for joining me back here. Central Florida right now up by 10 at halftime against VCU. Imagine this. Central Florida did not score a single point in the first 7 minutes of this game. Central Florida shot the ball 0 for 10 to start out this game. VCU barely shot the ball better than them. If VCU had shot the ball like 60% from the field, they would have been up 20-0 in the first 7 minutes in this game. Instead, VCU shot the ball 1 for 10 in the first 7 minutes of the game. UCF shot it 0 for 10. But after that 0 for 10 display in the first 7 minutes, Central Florida shot lights out from the field after that. They were a perfect 10 for 10 from the field right after that. And going into halftime, Central Florida shooting 14 for 30 right now at 47%. And VCU shooting at 29%, 8 for 28. Oh, yeah, this game was totally sloppy at the beginning of it. Nobody could hit a shot home. Virginia Commonwealth, just their entire three-point game right now has been sloppy in the first half. They shot the ball 0 for 9 from behind the arc. I think I saw the graphic that CBS loaded on the screen, and they said that that was the first time in the round of 64 that a team has not been able to convert on a single three-point shot going into halftime. So VCU at halftime is 0 for 9 from three-point range. Central Florida has 9 points off three-pointers. They are 3 for 6 right now shooting the ball from behind the arc. Also, the rebounding advantage. That is the difference here. Central Florida out-rebounding VCU 23-15 at this point in the game as well. And that size advantage on the rebounding edge, it goes to Taco Fall, the tallest player in all college basketball. He is 7'6". He's making an impact in this game on the rebounding edge. Currently 8 rebounds, 6 points so far for Taco Fall. 7'6", the tallest player in all college basketball. And I believe if you add in every single player from the NBA, he's taller than every single NBA player in the current day roster of the NBA right now. So Taco Fall, just an absolute ball hog over the top, and it's just a total mismatch right there. VCU is putting Marcus Santos Silva on him, who's 6'7", to guard Taco Fall. That's an 11-inch difference. That's basically a foot difference right there, and they just lob it up over the top to Taco. He just jams it down. We've seen it a couple of times already in this one. Gonna update you guys on the tournament scoreboard here, as it was a close one at halftime. Iona had a 5-point lead against North Carolina at the half, 38-33, but now UNC starting to pull away. It's 58-47. North Carolina with the 11-point lead against Iona with 12 minutes left to go in that game. At halftime, Ohio State is up against Iowa State. Close one there, 26-24 at the half between those two teams. And St. Louis is struggling. Another A-10 team struggling from the field against Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech putting up a lot of points early. 26-12 with around 7.5 left to go. St. Louis, I'd like to see, let's see St. Louis, how they're doing with their shooting, because it doesn't look good. Actually, not that bad. 42% from the field. Virginia Tech shooting the ball 61% from the field. But here's another A-10 team that cannot hit a three-point shot. 0 for 5 right now for St. Louis from three-point range. So that's what's going on in college basketball right now. Virginia Tech in the other game against St. Louis, shooting lights out from the field is VT, 61% right now. Yep, and the three ball has been key. Virginia Tech, I think, is like top 10 in all college basketball in three-point shooting. They've only attempted 3 three-point shots. They've hit 2 of them so far. So looking forward to hopefully more three-point shots going down for the Hokies. Ty Outlaw, of course, is a top 5 three-point shooter in the ACC right now. Also, Nikhil Alexander-Walker is a pretty good three-point shooter. Wabisa Beatty as well, and Ahmed Hill for Virginia Tech. So Virginia Tech is a team that they have a lot of smaller guys on the roster. They only have one player above 6'6" inside the roster right now for Virginia Tech. But that's the rebounding ball hog, Kerry Blackshear, 6'10" for Virginia Tech. But they have a great group of guards along with that who can shoot the ball lights out from the field. So The Hokies right now delivering up 26-12 against St. Louis. So not looking good for A10 teams in the tournament. Unlike last year where Rhode Island actually won their first round game against Oklahoma. So that game went into overtime. That was the first game of the tournament, the 10 versus 7, where URI played against Trey Young in Oklahoma. And what a great way to start off the tournament last year, the 10 versus 7. But this year, the upset to started off Minnesota, the 10-point victory over Louisville to start off this one on Thursday at the 12:15 game. But here we are. We're going to get back to action momentarily. I'll be back to action streaming tomorrow as well. A good amount of games in the tournament. So feel free to stop by as I'll be streaming the round of 32 games. Most curious about this one. I'll be doing this game at 2:45 tomorrow. Wofford is the 7 seed going up against number 2 Kentucky. If you think that the 3-point shot is key, talk about the Wofford Terriers. Talk about Fletcher McGee shooting 7 for 12 from behind the arc yesterday, putting down the all-time career 3-point shooting make record in all of Division I college basketball with 509 career 3-point shots by Fletcher McGee, the most 3-point shots ever made by a college basketball player in Division I. Cannot wait to see Fletcher McGee of Wofford and the Wofford Terriers take on Kentucky tomorrow. Should be a really good game. Kentucky as well. Their leading scorer to note, PJ Washington, has a foot injury, so Washington is doubtful for this game against Wofford. He did not play against Abilene Christian last night. But yeah, injuries also key in the tournament. Don't want your star players hurt. That's what happened today to Kansas State. Their second leading scorer on the team is Dean Wade. Dean Wade was held out of the Big 12 tournament because of a lingering foot injury he had on and off throughout the year. Dean Wade was ruled doubtful for that game against UC Irvine. He did not play against UC Irvine. And K-State lost today to California Irvine. And part of that was because of Barry Brown, who's the leading scorer for K-State. He got into a ton of foul trouble early. And then they had to pull Barry Brown out of the game, and UC Irvine pulled off the upset there. So yeah, looking at the scoreboard here, I'm glad to see the outcome of this game. North Carolina pulling away from Iona at the moment, 63-47. So in my bracket, I took UNC to take it all, and they struggled in the first half, just like Duke did against North Dakota State. But here we are in the second half. Look at this. North Carolina outscoring Iona 30-10 at the moment in the second half. It's 63-48. North Carolina with 10:30 left to go in that game. So that's what's been going on in college basketball. Virginia Tech just keeps on pounding with their lead against St. Louis, 29-12 during that game with 5:23 left to go in the first. Virginia Tech, an undersized team. They push the tempo on the offensive end, but also they know how to play defense. A top 10 team and least points allowed this season. We're 5 minutes, 23 seconds left to go before halftime. St. Louis only has 12 points on the board. And Virginia Tech just had a 3-point shot with Ty Outlaw. So it's 32-12 right now. Virginia Tech has a huge lead against St. Louis. Virginia Tech came to play today. So that's what's been going on in college basketball. Actually, one of the shockers was how close that Tennessee game was versus Colgate. I was doing that stream. Tennessee was up against Colgate by like 16 points. Then Colgate came coming back. But Admiral Schofield, he hit back-to-back 3-pointers from the same part of the court in the right corner, which did the deal and sent Tennessee moving on to the second round. That was big. We're going to send you guys back to action momentarily to Central Florida against VCU. If you haven't done so already, hit the like button down below. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to my channel as well. Getting back to action to Central Florida with Taco Fall. VCU moments away from the second half here in this one. Updating you guys in the Taco Fall count, the tallest player in all of college basketball, 7'6" Taco Fall, 6 points right now by Taco, 8 rebounds currently by Taco as well. Yep, definitely. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you guys so much for the motivation not to stop. I'll be continuing this tomorrow. Got quite a bit of games going on there tomorrow. Trying to push towards 100 subs. Gonna get there hopefully very, very soon in the tournament. I've been doing this for 2 months. It would be crazy. 2 months on the stream doing play-by-play on YouTube and getting 100 subs. Pretty crazy numbers. And I'm not even buying subs either. Not promoting videos and paying for that stuff. Doing this just the straightforward way, just by myself right here. And every single day, just keep on pounding right at it. So the shooting percentage has been the difference from the floor in the first half. Central Florida shooting the ball 47% from the floor. VCU only 29%. So that's been the difference. Three-pointers has been key. VCU has not been able to hit a single three-point shot. They are 0 for 9 in the first half, shooting the ball from the outside. Central Florida, 9 points off of three-point shots from the perimeter, 3 for 6 from the outside. Yeah, Zion versus Taco in the next round, hopefully. That's what I have in my bracket as well. And they'll put Zion on Taco, which will be really, really interesting. But here we go, back to action as VCU has the ball here as they dribble towards that top of the key. We're back to action now. VCU in the white jerseys, black lettering. Central Florida, black jerseys, gold lettering, and a rebound right there by Central Florida. They try to rebound it, but he stepped on the baseline, and the ball will go back to VCU with 19:43 left to go. I'm going to update you guys once again with a score, 10-point lead by Central Florida. We have 19:43 left to go. VCU with the ball moving left elbow of the court, trying to work their way backing baseline. Guarded by Fall. What a block by Taco Fall right there. No chance. Size differential key on that possession. UCF now with the ball. Top of the key. They dribble with it. Terrell Allen passes it left wing of the perimeter. Aubrey Dawkins. As now it goes top of the key. Dribbling inside. Allen tried to go lay it up, but too high off the backboard. Rebounded by VCU. 10-point game. Rams with the ball. 9:10 remaining. Left wing three. No good. Make it 0 for 10. Taco Fall with another rebound. 9 rebounds on the night for Fall. One more. He'll have a double-digit rebound count. They kick it out. They put it inside. Up and in. Into the lane right there by 15. Aubrey Dawkins sending that shot home. 36-24. UCF in control right now. 18:45 remaining. VCU trying to go inside. Nada right there. UCF denies him, laying it, trying to go into the lane. No good off the layup. No foul either. VCU with a rebound. 36-24. Central Florida, 12-point lead. Free throw circle with the ball. VCU. They have struggled to score points the past few minutes. Trying to go in the lane. Taco Fall, too big. No foul called, and a foul called on the offensive rebound as Marcus Santos Silva controlled the board right there. So opening up that second half, Taco Fall with a huge rejection. Saying no right inside the low post right there by Taco Fall. Taco Fall, the tallest player in all college basketball. VCU with the ball. They're down by 12. Dribbling in the key. As this is Marcus Evans. He passes it off, backing their way. Low post, no good. Fall with his 10th rebound of the game with a double-digit rebound count. 18:05 left to go. UCF with the ball. They take it past the timeline. 12-point lead by the Knights. 18 left. They pass it off. Top of the key, Aubrey Dawkins. He passes right wing of the perimeter. BJ Taylor trying to take that inside the lane. Kicks it back outside. And a foul called with 17:53 left to go. So if you're new to that channel, make sure to hit the like button down below to Behind the Arc Basketball. And hit the subscribe button to my channel as well on YouTube. So here we are, play-by-play of college basketball. UCF inside. Taco Fall. Missed the first one. Got the second one back. Offensive board slams it right down. 38-24. It's unfair on the boards right now. Huge size differential. Taco Fall just owning the boards right now. 14-point lead by Central Florida. VCU with the ball. Marcus Evans dribbling in the key. Tries to kick it back outside. Stolen away by Central Florida. Pass up the court. They have numbers. Going in the lane. Laying it up and in. 40 points on the board. Put 40 to 24. That is a huge 16-0 run for Central Florida. Oh, they are in control right now. They're going to be moving on to take on Duke. 17-20 left to go in this game. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that like button down below, subscribe button as well. Going to update you guys with these totals. Central Florida just putting the hammer to the nail right now. I've seen a couple of games like that today. Oklahoma did that against Ole Miss. That game wasn't even close from the start. I think it was like 14-2. Oklahoma was up in front at the start of that one. But here we are. Taco Fall, second on the team in scoring. 8 points, 12 rebounds right now. Taco Fall had a career high in rebounds against SMU last month. He had 20 rebounds against SMU and 23 points in that game. I believe I'm going to look at the final score of that game when UCF played SMU this year. UCF put up like a ridiculous number on the scoreboard. It was like 90-something to like 50 or 40-something. It was crazy. Yeah, they beat SMU in that game. That Taco Fall had 23 points, 20 rebounds. Central Florida beat SMU in that game 95-48. That is crazy. But right now, UCF owning VCU. Not a good day for A10 teams in the tournament at all. Updating you guys on this game. Virginia Tech is crushing St. Louis 36-15 with 2:55 left before halftime. So let's see if I think that there's a chance with him inside the NBA or if he gets exposed. I think most likely, I think that there'll be a chance there since he is so tall with his size. Yeah, I think give him the opportunity and see what he's made of. This guy is just great what he can do with as a player because he's so tall on the floor, the tallest player in all of college basketball. He does struggle, though, of course, the free throw shooting percentage is very, very low. He's like 36% shooting at the charity stripe, but he's one of those players that he's so tall. He could be like another one of those guys like Shaq. Yao Ming was one of those players. Yao Ming was even taller, I believe. I think he was like 7'7". So, yeah, give this guy the opportunity in the NBA to show what he's got. Definitely. You got to give Taco Fall the opportunity to play in the NBA because he's showing it today. 12 rebounds, 8 points, and we're not even close to the final in this one. 38-18 right now, Virginia Tech up against St. Louis. But I feel like the reason why he's like a poor free throw shooter, same as Shaq, is because their hands are so big that it's tough to wrap it around the ball, basically. They just have so big hands that they try to get the stroke from the line, and it's tough to like get a feel for the ball. 16-0 run, though, by UCF in the last 5 minutes, 48 seconds. Here we are back to action in this one. VCU with the ball. They have been stone cold in the last 5 minutes, 40 seconds. They have not been able to hit a shot, and a steal by UCF all day long by Central Florida trying to take it inside. VCU just stole it from behind, though. So here we are. Oh, and another steal by UCF. Players collide, and we have a tie-up in the middle of the half court on the center court. Possession arrow goes to Central Florida. 3 steals in 12 seconds, basically. 40-24. Central Florida will get the inbound here with 16:58 left to go. Oh, yeah. Central Florida on the 16-0 run. Everything going their way. VCU cannot hit a shot. UCF in the lane. And we got a foul called on the play. Oh, yikes. Not good for VCU as well. That is Marcus Santos Silva on the sideline stretching it out. He had a career-high 26 points against the University of Rhode Island in the quarterfinals, but he's on the sideline. The guy that they put to guard Taco Fall right now is out of the game, and he's 11 inches shorter than Taco Fall. Here we are back to action. UCF with the ball, left wing of the perimeter. They feed it over, left elbow, Taco Fall. Kicks it back outside, right wing of the perimeter. UCF with the ball passing. Terrell Allen, three-pointer, no good. Offensive rebound, Taco underneath the basket. And let's see what they roll. I think tie-up. Yeah, Taco is tied up with a VCU player. Possession arrow goes in the favor of VCU this time. So 40-24, 16:20 left to go. VCU now, they take it past the timeline. They are in trouble, down by 16. Left wing, that three-point perimeter. They pass it off. Left wing three. VCU. No, good. They are 0 for 11 in this game on three-point shots. Taco Fall, of course, with another rebound to add to his profile. Rebound number 14 of the night. UCF with the ball. Right wing of that three-point perimeter. Aubrey Dawkins passes it. Taco Fall. Right baseline. Foul called. Reach in committed by VCU on Taco Fall. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe as well to Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. As I'll be back tomorrow. I've got a couple of streams to do tomorrow for my game, so it should be a couple of good games in there for play-by-play. But right now, Central Florida just crushing VCU with 15:52 remaining. We do have another TV timeout on the court, but looking more like Central Florida will be moving on to the next round to play Duke. These numbers are crazy for Taco Fall. 14 rebounds, 10 of them defensive rebounds, 4 on the offensive end. Also 4 blocks by Taco Fall, 8 points as well. Taco Fall, he ranks first in the conference in blocks in the American, averaging just below 3 blocks per game. 4th in the conference when it comes to rebounds per game. I'm sure if they were still playing conference play right now, he'd be upping that average big time. He was coming into this game averaging 7.3 rebounds per game, but he's been off the charts in this one. 14 rebounds right now by Taco Fall. He might be able to get to 20 at the end of the final score of this one. As we look to the other games going on in college basketball, Virginia Tech is just crushing St. Louis right now, 40-18. The A-10 did not show up to play today. Both of these teams, VCU and St. Louis, did not show up to play their basketball games. Virginia Tech just crushing St. Louis at the moment, not even at halftime there. Ohio State up against Iowa State, 40-34, with 13:18 left to go in that game. North Carolina finally on a huge run against Iona. UNC is up against Iona with 5:40 left to go. 74-56. So that's what's going on in college basketball. Of course, I'll be back tomorrow doing more live play-by-play of college basketball games, starting off with Maryland against LSU tomorrow at 12:10. And then this one, Wofford, the 7th seed, playing against Kentucky at 2:45. That should be a really interesting game. Wofford led by Fletcher McGee, the all-time career three-point record holder with 509 career 3 points. He set the career record mark last night against Seton Hall. Wofford hit 4 straight three-point shots in a row to close out the game against the Pirates. They are dangerous. They're a team to watch out for against Kentucky. Also to note, Wofford is the smallest team in college enrollment in the tournament. I believe they have like 1,400 students enrolled in that college. Usually a college with like 1,400 students or a university with 1,400 students like Wofford would be considered D3, but for basketball, Wofford's D1. And what we witnessed last night, we'll probably never witness another time in like 50 years or so, what we witnessed with Wofford. As high as a seed as that from the Southern Conference, a 7 from the Southern, and they won their first round game. The first time ever Wofford won a first-round game, so that was incredible. But here we are in the late game tonight, 40-24. Yeah, LSU against Maryland tomorrow. Looking forward to that one. I called LSU against Yale. That was a close game, but LSU has 2 guys with pretty big size on their team, Naz Reid and Cavell Bigby Williams. UCF just got another offensive rebound. Back to action. Huge three-pointer. They knock it down. Deep 3 from the top of the key goes down for Dayon Griffin off the bench for Central Florida, 43-24. 15-10 left to go. Central Florida on a 19-0 scoring run in the past 8 minutes. VCU in trouble. They cannot hit a shot. Left side of the perimeter. They pass it right wing. Marcus Evans, the leading scorer. He dribbles top of the key with 14:55 left to go. Evans passes that one. Almost went out of bounds. 4 seconds on the shot clock. 3. Deep 3. No good. ugly shot, hits the bottom part of the iron, but did bounce off Taco Fall's knee. It goes out of bounds, last touched by UCF. So VCU will get the ball. It did hit the bottom part of the rim, as this has been all Central Florida in this 9-8 matchup. 43-24, biggest deficit of the season here for VCU. Trying to go inside, they kick it back outside. They had an open three, didn't take it. Right wing three, that is open. Oh my goodness, they missed it again. And a rebounding foul. They cannot hit a shot from the outside in this one for VCU. These A10 teams did not show up. I believe that is 0 for 13 from three-point range today. Not a good day. 22% shooting from the field by Virginia Commonwealth. That is not how you're able to win the game. That's for sure. And they are down by 19 at the moment. Central Florida up 43-24. VCU gets another ball back on the inbound since it was tapped out of bounds again by UCF. VCU left wing of the perimeter. Now they try to dribble baseline. Oh, what a denial, but there's a blocking foul. As VCU will go to the free throw line and see if they can finally get their first points of the half, basically. So they've been stuck at 24 this whole entire time. Yeah, sometimes when I started out first, I kind of like had to like drink a lot or so. Like sometimes I had to take breaks drinking or so, like I'm doing now. But yeah, that's a good idea to add the donate button to the chat or so. I think you need like so many subs or something like that to super chat. I'll look into that and see as both of those shots went down from the free throw line. But yeah, sometimes it seems like I've been going on and on forever. Some of the games that I call play-by-play, it seems like they drag on for so long, but I love what I do, and you guys in the chat have been great. Jumper right there in the key goes in for Central Florida, 45-26. VCU now with the ball. They have it, and they feed it inside, kicks it back outside. They have it top of the key now. Dribbling inside the key, and no good. Rejection right there by Central Florida with 13:45 left to go. (45-26) the score. This has been all UCF turnover there. VCU gets the steal, trying to go in transition, and a foul called on the play committed by Central Florida. So VCU with 13-19 should be shooting shots at the free throw line unless it was before it happened. It might have, no, it was a shooting foul. So VCU at the free throw line. This is the only way that VCU has been able to earn points in this game, is free throw shooting, basically. Here they are again with Isaac Van. First shot, knocks it down. That's the only way that they've been able to do it. They cannot hit a single shot from the field. 45-27. Isaac Van back at the free throw line once again. A big deficit to come by. He does hit that free throw, but 4 points in the second half, all 4 points on free throw shots. They have not been able to make a single shot from the field, and a foul called on the play from behind committed by VCU as UCF was trying to dribble baseline there, trying to just get the ball out of their side of the court with 13:27 left to go. So we'll get an inbound here. VCU just picked up their 4th foul of the half. Central Florida charged with 4 as well. The ball goes into the hands of VCU here, trying to take it past the 10-second line. It's another steal by VCU. VCU, they're trying to go pressure here, and they do bank home the shot. They get it up and in right there. So finally something to go down for the Rams, 45-30. They're going double team. UCF has to beat that, and they do. They beat the double team. Open three. And they hit it down. That was as open as you can get. That's just like you're shooting all alone in the driveway or on the community court, and a backcourt violation by VCU. Oh, my goodness. Ugly basketball here by the VCU Rams. They left an open man, just no transition defense at all by VCU. They just looked like the Boston Celtics in transition defense when they basically gave up when they played against the Lakers last month, or the transition defense against the Clippers, where they were up by 28 points and then blew that game. Catch and shoot three, no good by UCF, rebounded by VCU on the play. 18-point lead here. VCU trying to go inside. Foul called. And it's an offensive foul on it. Offensive foul committed by VCU. Ball will go back to Central Florida with 12:39 left to go. Yep. Yeah, I remember that one. I think it was like a month ago where the Celtics had this gigantic lead. I think it was like a 28-point lead, and then going into the second half, they just absolutely blew it. It was just unreal. They had like no defensive effort going on the other end. Like they were just like walking around, not even bothering to play defense. Yeah, I think they were just like, yeah, I think we can still win this game when we're up by 28. And then the other team came back. It was either the LA Lakers or the LA Clippers. It was one of those LA teams I remember. But yeah, the LA Clippers put like 140 points on the board. Left corner three, it goes down for VCU, 51-30. These are open shots. Like, they're not even contested right now. VCU just forgot how to play defense here. They just didn't show up to play defense. 3-point shot. Finally, VCU gets a three-pointer. They are 1 for 14 from the field. Finally. But the deficit's still at 18. UCF trying to go inside. A foul called, committed by VCU. Shooting foul coming up as UCF will shoot 2 from the free throw line. So we have 12:15 left to go. 12:04 left to go as they just updated. 51-33, UCF at the free throw line, and not a good free throw shot there. Hit the front part of the iron, as that was a nice and large rainbow that Colin Smith tossed up. He's also a 63% free throw shooter on the year. 18-point lead by Central Florida. Back at the free throw line for his second shot, Colin Smith. Another rainbow. Hits that one, 52-33. 12 minutes left to go in this game. VCU with the ball takes it past the right side of the timeline. They pass it off right wing to Durante Jenkins. He passes it off now top of the key. Back to the right wing. Right wing three from the outside. No good. They are 1 for 15 for three-point shooting today for VCU. Missed shot by Xavier Jackson from the three-point arc. Rebound by UCF. They have the ball, but a gaff there as it goes off the fingertips of Cesar DeJesus, and it goes out of bounds. So a turnover by Central Florida goes back to VCU. I'm going to update you guys here with a chat in the score. We're on a TV timeout here. This is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe, as well as I call play-by-play of college basketball games. So stay in the know here when throughout the March Madness tournament with my channel Behind the Arc Basketball. So that 24% shooting from the field, that is not getting the job done tonight for VCU. They are also 1 for 15 when it comes to three-point shooting. Not getting the job done at all. So North Carolina going to put this one in the W column against Iona, 86-72 with 18 seconds remaining. UNC will be moving on to the next round inside a round of 32. So North Carolina in the bracket will take on Washington on Sunday. The winner of this one, UCF against VCU, will take on Duke on Sunday as well. So that could be most likely Taco Fall going up against Zion. Yeah, the number 1 seeds today had a couple of scares in there. Virginia against Gardner-Webb. Gardner-Webb early on in that game had like a 12-point lead they built up. They had a 36-30 lead at the half, and then Virginia finally got things going in the second half. But yeah, Duke, same thing with them against North Dakota State today. It was, I think, it was like 12-7 early on. And that one, Duke was down against NDSU. And Duke was only leading by 4 at halftime. North Carolina had a lot of trouble in the first half against Iona. They were down 38-33, but after that, it was all UNC outscoring Iona 53-35 down the stretch. So UNC will be moving on to the next round. At halftime with Virginia Tech and St. Louis, Virginia Tech is leading 40-18, so that isn't even close. And that's another team from the A10 right there. So VCU in the late game here from the A10 did not show up. They're down against UCF by 19. Also from the A10, St. Louis, they only have 18 points at the half to show for against Virginia Tech. And the other game going on right now, it's a close one. 7:50 left remaining. Ohio State has the 3-point lead against Iowa State. 49-46 to the Buckeyes with a lead right now. So what team will win the championship? I've got the North Carolina Tar Heels to win the championship against the Duke Blue Devils. I think it's going to be a classic Duke against UNC rematch number 4 of the year. And I've got UNC taking home the crown, cutting home the nets on April 8th. So that's who I have. Yeah. That's what a lot of people seem to have. Either Duke or UNC. Basically like the whole group that I'm in basically either has Duke or UNC to win the tournament, basically. But here we are, back to action. As VCU has the ball, they have it at the top of the key. They pass it right wing of the perimeter, BJ Taylor. Now they move it top of the key here. And that's a three-pointer by VCU. 52-36, so they get their second three-point shot. They hit that one down with 11:15 remaining. 52-36. Taco follows the ball, backing his way in there. He hands it off to his teammates with 11:05 remaining. Lob pass to Fall. Slams it down by Taco. Too tall to defend right there with 10:55 left to go. 54-36. VCU with the ball dribbling. They pass it left wing of that perimeter. And that is Vince Williams, who has the ball, left corner three. Oh, they knock it down again. Finally, they've been able to hit some three-point shots there. Malik Crowfield with another three-pointer, left corner. 54-39, UCF takes it past the timeline. Double team trap set up by VCU. And a timeout charged. So that's a timeout call by Central Florida. Going to get back to action momentarily here. TV timeout on the floor, updating you guys with the score. 54 UCF, VCU 39. This is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. So Taco Fall right now, let's see. At this stage of the game, he has a double-double, everybody. 10 points by Taco Fall, 14 rebounds on the night so far, and we have 10.5 minutes remaining in this game. So, yeah, the last bucket by Taco Fall, just too easy right there. The lob pass at the left side baseline. And, yeah, they just couldn't cover him. Gets all alone in there. One hand jams it down. And gets another 2 points to his profile to make it 10. 10 points, Taco Fall, 14 rebounds, and 4 blocks as well. So we're going to get back to action. So UCF did call a timeout. And now we are back to action with the inbound by the Knights. They pass it off right wing of the perimeter, BJ Taylor. Taylor takes the three. And he connects with it from the outside for Central Florida. BJ Taylor had a career-high 35 points against Georgia Southern back in non-conference play this season. 57-39. VCU with the ball. Left corner. They try to move it. Marcus Santos Silva try to pass it outside. The ball gets tipped out of bounds, so VCU will get the ball back here. Tipped out by UCF. $57-39 is the score. We have 10 minutes remaining. VCU, no good. 3-point shot. They missed it off the top of the iron. Rebounded by UCF. They take it past the left side of the timeline with BJ Taylor. Now it goes into the hands. Terrell Allen back to Taylor, right wing here. Taylor with 9:40 remaining. Trying to work on a VCU defender, and a foul called with 9:36. Another foul charged, committed by Virginia Commonwealth, and That is the 7th foul of the game by VCU with 9:36 left, sending UCF to shoot free throws in the bonus here. 1-1 here for BJ Taylor. Knocks down the first one, 58-39. So BJ Taylor just hit the first shot in the bonus at the free throw line. He's a 77% shooter. Knocks them both down, 59-39. 16 points per game BJ Taylor averages this season. He's the leading scorer for the UCF Knights. 20-point lead here by Central Florida. VCU with the ball, top of the key, dribbling. Isaac Van. He puts that ball into the hands of Durante Jenkins. Jenkins now top of the key here, dribbling. Right elbow passes, left wing of the perimeter. Malik Crowfield passes that one. Right wing three, Durante Jenkins. Jenkins knocks it down from the outside by VCU. So if they had been able to shoot three-pointers early on in this game, this would be a totally different game, but they just waited until like 14 minutes into the second half left, or so 14 minutes left in the second half, and they finally hit the shot too. Oh, wow. UCF almost beat their man to the bucket, but too strong off the backboard right there. VCU with a rebound, 59-42. They have it left corner, catch and shoot, VCU. No, good. They almost got that one to fall, but it rolled right around the rim. Rebounded again. Guess who? Taco Fall. Taco Fall with a rebound, 59-42. We have 8:25 left to go in the game. UCF now with the ball, slowing down tempo. 8:20 remaining. They have it at the top of the key. BJ Taylor, he passes it off. Now they're trying to make their move inside. A lob pass over the top to Taco. Couldn't control it. Puts it into the hands of his teammate. And a shooting foul. Or no, offensive foul called on the play. So turnover there by UCF. Ball goes back to VCU. They tried to just throw that ball right up to the rim. They almost had it to Taco Fall just a little bit off his fingertips. They're on it, and VCU will get the ball back. Still 59-42 to score. VCU with the ball with 8 minutes remaining. They have it right corner of the perimeter, trying to make their move. Michael Sims, he puts that ball at the right wing of the three-point perimeter. Durante Jenkins with the ball, he feeds it to his teammate. Floater, it goes down right there in the key. 59-44, a little bit of life by VCU. Still down by 15, though. 7:35 left to go. UCF with the ball as they take it past the timeline. 15-point game, 7.5 remaining, top of the key. They have it into the hands of Terrell Allen. Allen looking for somebody to pass it to, passes it off. Top of the key with the ball here, Aubrey Dawkins. Dawkins passes it off to his teammate now. BJ Taylor trying to make his move inside. Oh, deflection there. Taylor tried to take that one inside. He got deflected by VCU. Trying to go inside in the lane, laying it up and in, and one. VCU trying to make this a game finally, 59-46. Me personally, myself, would like UCF to take on Duke, but VCU crawling back in this one after UCF went on to like a 16-0 run to start off the half or so. 7:10 left remaining. And it's 59-46. And VCU goes to the free throw line to shoot one when we do get back. So 13-point game now. Finally showing signs of life here for the VCU Rams. So let's look at the box score at the moment. Leading the way for UCF are these players. 11 points leading the way would be BJ Taylor for UCF. Taco Fall, second on the team in scoring with 10 points. 10 points for Taco Fall. 15 rebounds on the game for Taco Fall. We're not done yet. He has 15 rebounds. He has 6 double-doubles this season. Make it 7 with this one. Also 10 points in there. Aubrey Dawkins for Central Florida had that career-high 39-point game against Temple back in conference play. For VCU, they have 0 players with double-digit points at the moment. 9 points off the bench by Malik Crowfield leading the way. 8 points by Isaac Van. And then 7 points by Deontay Jenkins. So that's how VCU looks at the moment. Updating you guys with the scoreboard. North Carolina beat Iona 88-73. We looked at the other games going on. 4.5 remaining. Ohio State up against Iowa State. 53-50. Close game there between the Buckeyes and the Cyclones with 4.5 remaining. St. Louis against Virginia Tech. It's a double the scoring effort here. Virginia Tech doubling what St. Louis has on the board, as St. Louis has half of Virginia Tech's total. 40-20. Virginia Tech in the lead, up by 20 points against St. Louis. That game just started in the second half. So that's what's going on for basketball right now. I'll be back tomorrow with more streams, closing it out tonight with Central Florida against VCU. And VCU has crept back in this game right now. So, yeah, making things interesting. 13-point game for VCU. They're behind. They have a chance to cut that UCF lead to 12 at the free throw line when they shoot the and one when we do get back to action. But yeah, close game between Ohio State and Iowa State right now. We're going to watch this one on the board as well. It's 53-52 with 4 minutes left to play. Close game between those two. I've got Iowa State in my bracket winning that one as a 6th seed. So yeah, close game with those two. I'll keep you guys updated with how that game goes on. The winner of Iowa State, Ohio State takes on number 3 seed Houston on Sunday. Of course, Houston in blowout fashion today, beating Georgia State 84-55. I really like Houston as well. I've got them going all the way to the Elite 8 in my bracket. I'm really, really high on Houston. I think out of all the teams in the tournament, I think out of team chemistry, Houston is the best team all around when it comes to team chemistry, led by Armani Brooks, one of the best three-point shooters in the American Conference. Also, Galen Robinson Jr., a very good point guard as well. Cedric Alley Jr., DeJon Jarreau for Houston. They got so many good players on that Houston Cougars team. VCU did hit the free throw at the free throw line, 12-point game. And a tie-up on the court. UCF on the inbound, they get tied up as they try to take it past the half-court line. And VCU with a little bit of double-team pressure here, tied up UCF, so the ball goes back. Possession arrow to VCU. 12-point game, 59-47. VCU once again with the ball off the tie-up. Top of the key here, they pass it left wing of the perimeter. VCU now, they float the ball outside right wing. 8-0 run in the last 2 minutes, 20 seconds by VCU. Right wing open three. And they knock it down. We got ourselves a game. It rattled right in. Oh, they cut the lead to single digits too. Single digit lead now by UCF, 59-50. This is why March Madness is so great. The tournament is so unpredictable with a foul call with 6:26 left to go. Moments ago, we had ourselves a 59-39 game, a 20-point lead by Central Florida. Now it's 59-50. VCU is on an 11-0 scoring run, and they've done it in the past 3 minutes. The largest lead of this game was Central Florida was up 21, 51-30 in this one. VCU is at the UCF's at the free throw line, just hit their first one right there. So it should be, yep, 60-50 right now. So finally a point on the board for Central Florida. This game was 59-39. VCU went on an 11-0 scoring run. Second shot, no good. The ball tipped around. Offensive rebound, though, by Central Florida. 60-50 with 6:15 left to go. UCF with the ball, top of the key here. B.J. Taylor, the leading scorer. He passes left wing of the perimeter to Aubrey Dawkins, and now left corner three, no good. Oh, and the offensive rebound. Taco Fall bats it to his teammate. A posterizing jam right there by Aubrey Dawkins, bringing down the roof. 62-50, UCF up by 12. 5:45 left to go. VCU with the ball, trying to maneuver inside. They kick it back outside. Top of the key three. No good off the top of the rim. Offensive rebound. Put back up and in off the glass by Malik Crowfield. 62-52. We got 5.5 left to go in this game. The winner will take on Duke in a round of 32. 10-point game. If you're new to the channel, hit the like button down below. Subscribe as well. UCF with the ball. They're at the right wing of the three-point perimeter. They put the ball into the hands of BJ Taylor. Top of the key dribbling. Passes it. Right wing. 6 on the shot clock here for UCF. Making their way inside. A low post. They get a kicked ball in the play, so it goes out of bounds. With 3 seconds left on the shot clock. 5:09 left to go on the game clock. UCF will get the ball back here on the inbounds. So 3 seconds left to go on the shot clock. VCU looking to inbound. They pass it to Fall. Kicks it back outside. Right wing 3. No good by UCF. Rebounded by VCU. 10-point game here. VCU moving. Right wing 3 from the outside. Oh, he knocks it down from the outside. What a shot. Durante Jenkins. And this is the closest it's been for a long, long time. 4:40 left to go. VCU making this really interesting. 62-55. When we do get back to action, this is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Hit the like button down below. Subscribe to my channel as well as I do play-by-play the March Madness action. Stay in the know here with my channel. So yeah, this game's really interesting now. So it looked like nothing was going down for VCU, and they're trying to make this a huge comeback. They've been down as much as 21 points in this game. It was 51-30 at one time. And now it's 62-55. They cut the 21-point lead at one point, down to 7 at the moment. Updating you guys on the college basketball scoreboard. Number 11 seed Ohio State up against number 6 seed Iowa State. 58-54, the Buckeyes up by 4 with 2:40 left remaining in that one. Virginia Tech is just pounding St. Louis right now. 43-26, the Hokies are up against the Billikens. So that's what's going on right now. 4:41 left to go. We're back to action here. Central Florida with the ball. 16-3 run in the last 4.5 minutes by VCU. UCF jumper in the key. No good. Tip-in, though. I think Taco gets credited with a tip-in right there. 64-55 it should be. 4:20 left remaining. Taco should get credited with a tip-in. We'll look at his totals here in the box score as I do have a chance. So VCU with the ball, trying to dribble inside to kick it back outside. Right wing 3, no good. A fader offensive rebound. Oh, and a foul called on the play. I think Taco Fall just got the blocking foul on it as well. Let's see here in the replay. Trying to battle for that. Oh, that was the tip-in. Yeah, Taco got credited with a tip-in there. They're going to that replay with a tip-in. They're looking at it to see if that was like a own basket or if it was a tip-in by Taco or so on the play. So 64-55. VCU at the free throw line. First shot goes down, 64-56. We have 4:06 left to go in this game. But an 8-point game between both of these teams right now. Leading the way, it seems like Taco Fall did not get credited with a bucket. It seemed like a own the bucket by VCU, I guess, on the tip-in. Taco Fall might have helped push VCU's hand toward that area, though. Second shot, no good from the free throw line. 8-point game. Taco Fall, 10 points, 15 rebounds. Left wing 3. Knocks it down by UCF from the outside. Tickles the twine trifecta. 67-56. VCU driving inside. No good. Baseline. Missed shot off the top of the iron. They fought for the rebound. Ball gets tipped out of bounds. VCU will get the ball with 3:41 remaining. But yeah, BJ Taylor with a huge 3-point shot from the left wing. We got 3:41 left to go when we do get back to action. This is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Hit that like button down below. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel as well. So let's see what's going on here in this game. We'll see Central Florida shooting the ball at 50% from the field. They started out 0 for 10 shooting, but they're currently 50% from the field. That is what Central Florida can do for you. They are first in the American Conference in shooting percentage. They shoot the ball at around 46% from the field. shooting 50 at the moment. VCU shooting the ball at 33% from the field. They did not hit a single three-point shot in their first 14 attempts from the field until they finally made one. VCU is currently 6 for 14 from the outside. They could have made a few more of those three-point shots. It could have helped if they had made those three-point shots, but early on, but they could not. They went into the halftime tunnel 0 for 9, shooting from behind the arc. So we have 3:41 left to go. When we do get back after commercial break, just updated you guys with the score. This is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. If you haven't done so already, hit the like button, share, subscribe to my channel. Updating you guys with what's going on in college basketball. Ohio State building on their lead against Iowa State. It's a close game, though. 60-56 with 2 minutes remaining. The Buckeyes on top by 4 against the Cyclones. Virginia Tech all over St. Louis, 47-27 with 15:49 left to go in action in that game as well. So that's what's going on in college basketball at the moment. North Carolina beat Iona about 45 minutes ago, 88-73. So that was the last game that wrapped up before these final games finish tonight. Of course, UCF against Central Florida. Right now, a lot of fouls in this game. Actually, the past few minutes, there's been a lot of like free throw line shooting or so. Let's see the foul count. Yeah, 13 fouls committed by UCF, 15 by VCU at the moment. 15 turnovers as well by UCF, 10 turnovers by VCU. But despite the turnovers, UCF's made up for it, shooting 50% from the field. 50% from the field, 5 blocks on the game as well for UCF. 4 of those blocks by Taco Fall. Taco Fall's numbers, 10 points, 15 rebounds, 4 blocks. Doing it himself from the field. Lob it up over the top. He's just too tall. 7 feet, 6 inches of him. Puts it home off the glass. That's how the script has gone today in this game. VCU just not able to contend with their size, but they are down by 11 right now. They got it a little bit closer a few minutes ago. Here we are back to action. VCU with the ball. They put it into the hands of Durante Jenkins. Jenkins now puts that inside the elbow. Santos Silva kicks that back outside. Jenkins now baseline passes right wing of the perimeter. Spin move in the lane. Nice spin move. And too strong off the backboard. Too high. VCU tips it back outside, and they do get the offensive rebound. Setting up the offense again. Marcus Evans. Nice move. And right elbow too. No good off the front part of the rim. Hit it short. Rebounded by UCF. UCF will slow down the tempo. 3:05 remaining. 67-56. 3 minutes left now. UCF with the ball. Top of the key with BJ Taylor. Taylor. Double team trap. Passes right wing to Terrell Allen. Lob pass over the top. Taco. Taco underneath the basket. Taco falls down. Taco makes the shot. And one as he goes to the free throw line. Taco Fall right there. Banks it home off the backboard and then goes to the free throw line to shoot his and one. What a lob pass over the top right there. Taco Fall underneath the basket. Floats up the shot. Falls down on his own power himself and hits it home. $69-56 at the moment. Right now, we have 2:49 remaining. Taco Fall at the free throw line. Taco Fall at the free throw line this season is his weak point. He's a 36% free throw shooter. But inside the paint, he is fantastic. The big hands of Taco Fall take the basketball at the free throw line. And he missed that one on the play. It looks like there was like a lane violation by VCU before Taco Fall even shot the ball. VCU got a head start there, so give Taco Fall another chance. So Taco will get another chance because VCU started out too early. Here's his second chance. And he makes up for it, knocks it down. 70 on the board for UCF. Yep, a lane violation right there by VCU. That basically sums up how VCU has played this game. Left wing of the perimeter here for the Rams. Marcus Evans trying to go inside, and The ball goes out of bounds by the Rams. Turnover to UCF with 2:37 remaining. So I've called a couple of embarrassing games so far in the tournament. St. Mary's out of them all. Started off with a half-court violation on the tip-in against Villanova yesterday. St. Mary's also had 2 shot clock violations against Villanova. The final score was a 4-point win by Villanova in that one. That was the difference. Left wing 3 UCF. No good off the iron. Rebounded by VCU. 14-point game. Oh, what a terrible pass. VCU just chucked it all the way to the other side of the court, and UCF intercepted it. Nobody was even there. 2 minutes remaining. 70-56. And yeah, this one looks like it's going to be a wrap. Looks like VCU will be moving on to the next round to face Duke on Sunday. Minute and 50 remaining. Top of the key here for UCF. 3 on the shot clock. Step back 3. No good. VCU tried to go for the rebound, and it gets tipped out of bounds by UCF. Looking just like right now, Central Florida will be taking on Duke. Taco against Zion. The storylines of that game on Sunday. Hopefully, I'll be able to stream that one. I hope. That is going to be incredible. Here we are back to action. VCU with the ball down by 14. Right wing 3. No good. Just trying to take desperation threes. Offensive rebound. They kick it back outside. And a foul called with 1:23 left to go. Seventy to 56, and it looks like VCU will be shooting at the free throw line with 1:23 left to go. This is Marcus Evans, the leading scorer, and missed it in the bonus. No good. Taco with another rebound. What a game for Taco here. Taco against Zion on Sunday. Hopefully, I'll be able to stream that one. I hope they put that one on CBS. Minute and 5 left to go. This one's a wrap. UCF with the ball up by 14. Top of the key here. BJ Taylor making a move. Kicks it back outside. Right corner 3. And knocks it down right there. Thank you so much, RobX Pro. I appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, hit that like button down below. Subscribe. Huge 3-point shot from the right corner by Central Florida. VCU, desperation mode, no good. This game's been over for the past few minutes with 40 seconds remaining. This is going to be a great matchup. Central Florida against Duke. The storylines that come out of this game. The tallest player in all of college basketball, Taco Fall, 7'6", taking on Zion, the #1 projected NBA draft pick. It's going to be, what a great game. It's going to be an incredible game, hopefully. 5 seconds on the shot clock. UCF with the ball trying to dribble inside, and they float up the shot. Too strong off the backboard. Rebounded by VCU. 12 seconds remaining. VCU just hold the ball here. I don't know why bother scoring. They do. They just lay it up and in with 6.2. This game's been done for a little bit. Marcus Santos Silva banked the shot home off the glass. Ball goes into the hands of Central Florida, and we have a final score here. The Central Florida Knights with a W against VCU, 73-58 in this first round matchup. Central Florida as the 9 seed moving on to take on the #1 seed, the Duke Blue Devils. That's going to be an awesome matchup. Cannot wait for that on Sunday. So Central Florida moving on to the next round. Let's update you guys with the score total here for Taco Fall. 13 points by Taco Fall, 18 rebounds on the night, and 5 blocks by Taco. Thank you so much, RobX Pro. I appreciate that. I'll be back tomorrow streaming some games. Maryland against LSU, Wofford, Kentucky, Florida against Michigan, Minnesota against Michigan State. So back tomorrow streaming games. This is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube, where I do play-by-play of college basketball action here. I started out this channel about 2 months ago, and it just keeps on growing and growing. So you guys are awesome. Thank you so much there to everybody who subscribed. Leading the way for Central Florida today, 15 points by BJ Taylor, 14 points by Aubrey Dawkins, 13 points by Taco Fall, and also 18 rebounds by Taco and 5 blocks. VCU, they only had 2 players in double-digit scoring mode in this one. Malik Crowfield with 11 and Deronte Jenkins with 10, but that was basically it. But yeah, this has been a wrap-up in this game. Gonna update you guys with the score. Ohio State and Iowa State. Down to the wire. 18 seconds remaining. Ohio State and the Buckeyes with a 3-point lead, 62-59. So that's how that game is going. Virginia Tech currently up with 12.5 remaining against St. Louis, 48-35 as I speak at the moment. But that is basically it with my stream right now. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow. LSU against Maryland, kicking it off. This has been another edition of Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Central Florida against Duke. All happens on Sunday. Thank you so much, guys. Have a nice night.